Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Tenderfoot Tactics, where today we are desperately trying to complete this great pilgrimage. I noticed a couple of things while I was looking around setting up here. First of all, it looks like we maybe have got our work cut out for us, because we are again completely surrounded by enemies already. It's a very enemy-dense plateau. And secondly, we're almost as far away as you can be from this crazy statue while still being on the plateau. I still have strong feelings about figuring out what the hell that is. We'll get to it. Eventually we'll get to it. So it looks like some of those hostiles that we were seeing are actually up the hill. Well, we're going to follow this all the way over to the wall here. Because we did follow it the other way a bit, and then we stopped and came back because we saw enemies. I'm assuming that this is going to turn out to be another little circular... a thing that we could walk all the way around. And part of the advantage of walking all the way around it here is, first of all, verification, and secondly, it'll get us closer to the big weird statue. So, you know, obvious, unambiguous good there. Alright, we get to do one attack before any of them get to do anything. Who's it gonna be? We could lay up a pretty good poison here. And we get a second person who gets to go before two of the starfish guys. I don't like how small this battlefield is. This is going to be a problem with them jumping in and doing damage to multiple people and healing for a huge amount. So maybe the right play is that we start with a frost, right? We could frost. The two who go first are close enough together that they could be frosted. Oh, except this one's going to have that... yeah, never mind. We can't unnerve those guys. Well... boy, that's a little bit of an issue. I don't actually know what to do about that. We can, of course, just start a huge fire. It is always available to us as an option. Just have Nyx go first, have Nyx start a huge fire, and then position ourselves such that the enemies are disincentivized to go for Nyx because they can't hit Nyx and anyone else at the same time. So I'm thinking maybe it's like, if we do this, the first starfish will pop will hit either here or here. The second one will hit the other spot, and then the third one will not have a place where they can go to hit two people simultaneously, and so they might go after Nyx. If I change this up a little bit and do it like this, now we have 3 places where enemies can double hit. I'm gonna try it like this, and then what do the turns look like? That's, you know what? That's actually kind of tough because we don't know where the stars are gonna land. I think I'm gonna leave it being nettle. Yeah, we'll do it like this. I kind of wish... am I allowed to adjust facing? I am not. Maybe I should be allowed to adjust. They get to not always start all facing us. Maybe there's a way to do it. I would actually really like it if I could have Spot facing this way. I guess I could just swap these two, and that's very similar. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, let's do it. So, if we want to combust, we're going to have to move forward. And I mean, we definitely want to throw the combust, like, in a place where it's going to hit one of the star dudes, right? Because these other guys we care about way less. The ninjas are the only ones that actually matter. Although it is pretty cool to get to do that. Oh, please. Aw. For a second there, I thought he might actually die. Okay. No big surprise there. Sorry, put my phone on the surface that my microphone arm is attached to. That's professionalism right there. Okay, so I did this like this so that I could run over here and heal in case I needed to, because I thought there'd be a good chance that I would need to. Oh. Wait a minute. Have you two just taken up the same... oh, no, the other one... did the other one burn to death? I was looking at my phone, because, again, professionalism. You know that thing I'm always into. Professionalism. Well, here, I think what we're going to do is back up a space, and then give him the slam. And that promote's not going to matter. Alright, Pascal, can you finish this dude? How do my attacks work again? It's been a weekend. Okay. From here, I will not also retch on my friends. And that's I think that's an important part of, you know, the relationship you have with people that you love. Do your best not to retch on them. They'll understand if it happens. It can happen. But you try not to. Okay, that unnerve 2 is slightly annoying. It's a tiny bit of a problem. Actually, never mind. This guy's not going to get to go before Nyx, because that guy's going to be too dead. It's a shame I couldn't actually get the backstab. And then, I guess, just separate a little bit. I mean, there's no way we leave this guy alive, right? Yeah. I was gonna say, we must be able to do 31 damage. Okay, separate again. Nyx is definitely gonna fixate on this dude. Forget the guy who just attacked me. Oh, that's a little awkward. I didn't really want that XP to get consumed that way. I didn't think that out enough ahead of time. Some solid gloating there, Spot. Okay, this is... Unfortunately, it's going to take a minute because none of my stuff can reach anywhere that I need to be, but we'll get him. I'm confident that we will figure out a way to kill this last guy. Yeah, wow, everybody can't get to where they need to be. That turned out not to be nearly as dangerous as I thought it was going to be, but I would like to take a moment here and acknowledge that I played this pretty alright, is part of the reason for that. It's better positioning than we have had on some of these. Actually, I don't know that you do need to move. Just wait. Alright, you have a real good frost. And you also can just wait. Alright, let's get the hell out of this combat. Do we have... Oh, we do. Okay. My dude. My salamander friend. What do we want to pick up for you? Do we want the backstab? If we pick up the backstab, it might make sense to change this off of opportunist and make it jump again. And give us a better opportunity to get some backstabs. I think let's try it. Let's see if we can make it happen. So let's swap you back over to jump. And then... What a weird little area. Did you know sometimes things in this game are a mite strange? A tad unusual, I might even say. There's some... What kind of plant is that? I don't know. It looked like it had an unusually long name, which is why I was curious, but it probably, in the end, does not matter at all. So yeah, I really have no idea. I'm assuming that what's going to end up happening is we're going to find another, building. Like, we're going to have to go through another tunnel or something. Okay, so you have Ice Arrow and Fire Arrow. These two are the jumpy ones, not the fire ones. In general, just a super annoying group of enemies. Really, really frustrating to have to deal with. Well, Nyx leads. That archer's going to get whatever shot that archer wants to get. I'm going to put Spot over here, but I don't think it's likely to matter. You know what? It's so unlikely to matter that I'm not going to put Spot over there. Okay, you can be a threat for later. Just trying to do this in such a way that we're not attracting star attention to Nyx. Yeah, this should be fine. Is the order right? Let's swap that. But aside from that, no, Quinn should definitely be earlier. Yeah, that seems fine. So we definitely want Quinn. It's a shame we couldn't get one tile further forward. We definitely want Quinn to wind up like this. This'll do some okay work. Or Nyx to wind up like that, rather. And then Quinn runs forward and drops a poison arrow right on top of him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh, wait, I might not be able to. I do have to go all the way forward, and yeah, I cannot hit all 3 of them. That sucks. Well, I think we do this. Less of a lasting effect than I usually want, but it's important to get the kills. I wasn't thinking about the whirlwind. That was slightly wrong. I did that not the best that I could have done that. Alright, this seems like a good time for a jump. We're gonna move first. Let's make it clear to them that they are in danger. Do you think this... Yeah, this archer's just dead. We did create that situation a little bit. Well... So Willow has a heal, but it's kind of an awkward heal to apply here. I guess he's at full health anyway. Oh, never mind. I just can't get over there to do that. Well, that being the case, I think it's probably like... Boy, what is actually... Actually, we just don't have a good play. I mean, like, frosting this guy is definitely non-ideal. It's not going to make him earlier in the combat than Nyx, though. And that's what really matters, is Nyx. Nyx versus this dude. Because Nyx will be able to get the kill. Yeah, I don't like it. I dislike these enemies, and I would like to stop having to fight them. Okay, that reaches... Wait, did I misunderstand the range on that? Oh, it sticks out 1 extra tile in one direction. Does it, though? Is that what it always did? That feels like a... That feels like an at the wargaming table, a guy going, oh, I forgot to tell you, I have a special version of this thing that... You know what I'm talking about? Those of you who have spent a lot of time playing war games. Alright, fortunately we have a real good combust here. I don't know, I guess in some ways it could have been better. I guess it doesn't matter. Hey, look at this! We almost get to do a thing that's cool. But instead, we do not. Damn plant life. That's right. The salamander looks a little froggy. There's definitely a frog-like suggestion. A sinuous frog-like suggestion. Did burn myself to death a small amount. So my point was, it feels right to be able to jump like that. Alright, you... Yeah, I guess Thirst is slightly better. I should... Yeah, the promote doesn't matter. Thirst is slightly better than Frost against this one type of guy in particular. I don't like it. I don't... Wait a minute. How did that hit them both? It did hit them. Doesn't seem like it should have been able to, based on the shape that is... Right? Like, okay. I spaced everybody out with the... For the purpose of making it so that that would not work against multiple people. And then the rules seem to have been bent a little bit in order to make it happen the way they wanted it to happen. I mean... I guess I'll just gloat... I hate these. I'm so tired of this enemy. I'll be real glad when we are done having to fight them. That's weird. That's very weird. That's a very weird way for that to sound. And then we just run the maximum distance. I don't want to... I really would prefer to be able to... I want to be able to draw this path because I don't want you to pick up all the XP. Well, it's not going to matter anyway. Okay, it died in the execution of its attack before the heal hit, I guess. Alright. No need to thank me, I'm just doing what needs to be done here. So... it is looking at this point like we are going to end up walking all the way around the, this mesa. Well... so it's possible that if the deal is that we got to find a tunnel, it's possible that the tunnel building is not going to be right up against the wall. It's possible that we need to be searching more sort of the middle of the ring that we're in. It's a little bit hard to know, unfortunately. Some very easy combat there. Hey, here's a problem. How will I know when I've circled? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Did we just... yeah, we totally just walked up a slope and are now up here. Okay, well, let's do this real fast. This easy version. This is going to be annoying in its own way. So wait, what is this? Oh, that's just float. I just forgot what float looks like. Okay, those guys are totally the normal version of that thing. You have Scamper, which I'm not too worried about. And a massive initiative advantage. Wow, 6 of them go before our second person. Well... 1, 2, 3, 4... so we have no idea what their formation's going to look like. I'm speculatively going to say that I think it's probably right for Nyx to be first. But, boy, it's hard to know if that's actually a good play. Alright, I'm doing it like this in the hopes of drawing a lot of the enemy fire middleward. I know we've got him right behind a rock here, but... or a tree, rather. But we don't have a lot of options. This is a tough one. When they get to go before you this much, it's really, really hard to know what the battlefield's going to look like by the time you get to play the game, and as such, you just kind of have to hope. Alright, well, we could do a pretty decent combust right here. I'd love to hit that, obviously, but that's not happening. But this'll work. It kills one of them and brings the other one close. Starts a fire in my units. Not 100% ideal. And I suppose it lines me up for that. Okay. Well, we have a couple of positions where poison salvo is potentially interesting. Like, I think it's either here or here, and I think I'm gonna just prefer to fight the healers. We'll worry about the explosive guys later, some other time. All right, so if I move forward 2 spaces, should be able to jump to here, which seems great. I think I'm just going to drop this guy to the bottom of the turn order because I think this one's under control already. Yeah, I think Spot is going to take care of that one for us. So he has very little else to do. Look at that. Heroic, self-sacrificing, just pulling the explosion away from the healer. Oof, that's unfortunate. Alright, you definitely need to finish the job over here. the amount of unnerve that we are able to inflict on people sometimes feels borderline unfair. I guess you're just gonna do a single target combust. Weird time to get the tutorial for deep water. Okay, so are you... Okay, you're very close to that. I see no reason to do anything other than that. I'm going to move Quinn this way, and Quinn's going to grab some XP, because we do need to get you off Goblin class. Oh, hey, I said I was going to get a notebook. And I have the notebook, but I didn't bring it in here. Which is going to make it less effective at keeping notes about where people are going in their class paths. Alright, I do believe this is well in hand. The skull's under control already. Let's just focus this way. No reason either one of these guys should ever get to do anything again. Yeah, and then you have the skull. And here's hoping that we can actually grab some HP or some XP. I can get one of them. That's okay. It was enough. Oh, that's a weird time for that to have opened up without me having clicked on it. I must have pressed a button. I must have pressed something on the keyboard that is the open tutorial hotkey. Alright. We're definitely doing a good job of returning population to Napes. So, you learn Opportunist, in theory, might be a thing that we want eventually. And then we just opened up Woods Witch for you because we were working on something. I don't know, man. This is the part where I was, for some reason, supposed to have been keeping track of what I was doing. We opened up Woods Witch for you because you were going to go Battle Mage to eventually become a Shaman, except that we ended up deciding Willow was going to be the Shaman. Okay, hold on. Willow, what are we doing with you? I honestly don't know. We kind of maxed out the things we actually care about. Let's just grab this, I guess. And then Willow is going to become a Shaman. We're going to see if it's fun to have one of these. I think part of the problem is I had people moving in certain directions, and then I changed my ideas about some of them, and I didn't readjust necessarily for that. So you have Thicket right now, which seems not so good. We can grab Plow, which is lowers terrain, puts out plants, and does a fair amount of damage. Gather seems okay. It's a good base damage. Thicket doesn't really seem all that useful. I guess it's good for starting fires. Applies a damage reflection effect. That's interesting. A damage reflection effect and regen. So just like throw that on spot and hurl him at the enemies is definitely interesting. Minus 10 power, fixates on the caster, and is poisoned. Interesting. And then the ability to swap positions with the target, and Affinity. I think we'll definitely be taking Affinity. You are going to finish Flourish, and probably you don't need First Aid anymore. I don't know what you're going to take, but First Aid seems very wrong. Imbue Vigor. Brush imbued with Vigor, increasing the power of any standing... Nettle, where is this from? Maybe there's something about the memory mechanic that I don't understand. This doesn't seem like a thing we've ever seen before, does it? Yeah, curious. Okay, Quinn. I don't know what the hell I was doing. You're a spell sword now. That's what I've decided. I should probably look at what it being a spell sword does. So, we're definitely going to keep Poison Salvo for the moment. You learned Blood Curse. Does no damage on application. Oh no, it's a heal. It says it's not a heal, it's a buff rather. So it says curse, but in fact it is a positive thing. So This seems potentially really interesting, although also maybe dangerous. Bedlam is a huge amount of damage and also just like a total nightmare to work around. This seems like a good class to have one of. You can learn hyper-reactive, which is really cool. Applies ice to hit ground, free movement across water surface. Oh, neat. It turns water into hard terrain. Yeah, Spell Sword seems like a great thing to have. Our party's getting weirder all the time, and I am super into it. So, yeah, we're up here now. I guess let's go in this direction. Let's get up to the top of the slope first. Is that... It's not Feyweed, is it? Because if it was Feyweed, that would be handy. I mean, we're gonna... There we go. It was, in fact, some Feyweed. Well... Doesn't seem like there's much reason to do anything other than go straight for the castle, but like, what if we leveled up our abilities a little bit? Ah, we're gonna fight these dudes. Never mind, I don't care that much. I am so tired of fighting the little Starman that I will avoid value if it means I don't have to do it. These guys are far enough apart, it shouldn't be a problem to walk between them. Yeah. Boy, the foliage here is certainly a problem. So we're close enough to the castle that we can kind of see the shape of it. We have no idea how to get in, though. Well, I guess we're just going to the wall and seeing what's what. Hey, that looks like a door. Maybe we got lucky with this one. Am I allowed to just go inside? I am, in fact. Yep, let's begin encounter. I'm sure this is going to be a... Oh, only 2 stage, huh? I was going to say, I'm sure this is going to be a great big dramatic production, but maybe not so much. Okay, so we're familiar with this deal. And you're just a nobody with only a normal attack? That's super weird. Okay, so they basically all go before we do. And the damage pattern of Bedlam is considerable. Alright, well, Spot, stand in front of this dude. He is the one who goes last. So I guess he doesn't necessarily have to get his turn. Yeah, but still. Okay, we're going to want to do quite a bit of frosting on this one, so let's make sure people with frost are early in the turn order. Willow, you're super weird. You got a whole weird thing going on. Quinn should be early. Nyx probably doesn't have to be. Yeah, I like this. I like this. I think this is how we're going to do it. So, how do we want to position? Probably just most of us... We don't want to be too far away, but most of us away from Spot. I think makes a lot of sense. Let's have the Salamander be way over here. Take advantage of jump. Willow can be there. The thing is, Nyx actually wants to be pretty close. Well, they're all going to have moved forward by the time we actually get to do anything, though. Yeah, this is fine. It's going to be a slow open to the battle. Okay, interesting. So, I would prefer to go poison on this side. Is that... Yeah, that looks doable. No, it is not, in fact. We would... Yeah, we max out at shooting on him. And here or here is where it needs to go to actually be good. So let's just do it this way, then. Okay, we positioned well for this. And then... Let's see... That is just barely insufficient. We will not be able to cast here. Alright, so come down here and just frost these guys instead. Alright, so we got a poison kill and reset that dude to the bottom of the order. Willow is also just doing frost, and it's not a very good one. But whatever, these guys not getting a turn is definitely a thing we have a vested interest in. Now this is slightly better. This is a little bit more like what we want. I think I kind of want a whirlwind. Ooh, I can't whirlwind the way I would like, though. Can't quite catch the lot of them. Alright, well, promoting that guy does actually hurt. So I think what this ends up being is just a single target combust then. We do not want to promote that man. Alright. So is it like... I think it's just move forward and jump into a position where I'm going to be able to do more stuff in the future. Unnerve 1 is not super significant because it won't change the order of any of the combat that's happening over here, so I'm wondering if I should just take the 2 hits instead. I'm going to do that. And it puts me a little more central, which I like. And then I'm still going to get double unnerved, but it'll only be once. Actually, he's going to hit me from the side, so he can hit the other dude too. So that saved us from a lot of unnerve. Ah, this guy is never getting a turn as long as I live. There you go, casual unnerve 4. That'll give him some time to think about all that poison he's been dosed with. And then... so we probably want to, like, move to here and slam this way. Alright, now I don't actually want to kill this guy first. I would much prefer to get rid of some of these trolls. But I also don't really want him getting a turn. I can have Nyx kill him. No, I kind of got to do it. Oh, he won't even die. Okay. Here, I'll do this one. We're just gonna spawn a ton of extra enemies because the battle's not difficult enough for me, apparently. Can I do this without starting a fire? Because it would probably be best if I didn't start a fire. This isn't going to do 37 damage. What am I doing? No, we're going to have to start a fire. I'm just a little nervous. It's safe enough over here, but there's a lot of plant life around, and we're kind of moving forward into a lot of it. Boy. I'm going to leave you right where you are. A sheer numbers advantage can be a very powerful thing in this game because of the way initiative works. So I've definitely put us in kind of a risky spot here. But at the same time, we're very good at killing groups of tightly packed enemies. I'm hoping that's going to come through. What is the best way to do this? I mean, the best way to do this would be to be somewhere else. We are in the wrong tile for any plan we might have. Do I care about... maybe it's okay to poison Willow and we can just deal? Getting poison on all 3 of those guys seems like it's going to be pretty valuable. And we'll just heal Willow through it. Maybe we won't, because they're about to have, the enemy team's about to have 25 turns. Yeah, I mismanaged this. Alright, well, kill me quickly so that we can retry. You really can't pop those 2 guys at the same time, and you really can't do it while any enemies are still alive either. I do not know if we keep the XP that we gained during the battle, if we end up dying and having to redo it. So I would like to get the people who really need XP. I would like to get to some of this XP on the ground. How much health do you have? 66? It's actually... that's not so bad. We can go, we don't need to hit this guy necessarily, but I do have to get him off the table before his turn. Like, he would bleed out eventually. We just don't have eventually available. Alright, Willow, you gotta get some XP. You gotta pick up some health. Alright, there's no way to do this where I pick up more than one. So... let's just go this way. Hooray! I leveled up in everything. Turns out everything's fine. Maybe we're gonna be okay after all. I do sometimes get a mite pessimistic, I would say. I describe myself as a person who gets like a tiny little bit pessimistic. Right, I think I can pick this up and still hit you with, yeah, just the inside of the poison. It turns out massive amounts of poisoning, very strong. It's a very helpful strategy. Just poison everybody and unnerve them. And you're treading water now. Not that it matters. Okay, that was a little messy. That could maybe have been executed more cleanly. This looks like it's going to be a considerably easier battle. So we're probably going to have a really hard time killing anybody at first. How much health do you guys have? Right, I don't get to know that until the battle starts. My guess is that a single combust is not going to do the job. Am I allowed to start you over here? Okay. We're going to try it, though. I'm going to see about a single combust. So they all get to go before pretty much any of the rest of us. I'm actually going to put Spot forward here. And then we're going to try to fan out and not give them... boy. There's not really a good way of doing this, is there? I'm trying to fan out and not give them multi-hit frosts, but there actually isn't a way to do it. There's not enough space in our deployment zone. So, this is fine. Yeah. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. I was figuring a Woods Witch might actually just have so little HP that we can one-shot him with a combust, and lo and behold. So 1, 2, 3, 4... Alright, I don't want to go further forward than like this, but I do want to be up here. Alright, Nettle doesn't actually need to heal anybody, so... you guys are 2 tiles apart. We can't frost both of you under any circumstances. And in fact, I can't frost this one at all. I guess let's move this way. This is going to be a more valuable direction. Yeah, puts me a little bit in the middle of the action, which I'm not wild about, but... let's just make sure it's going to be nice and easy to kill you. And I think this guy... I was going to say, I think this guy won't be able to get over there and do anything about it, but apparently I was off by one, as is often the case. You might think of it as sort of a tactical fence posting error. That could have gone a lot worse for us. Okay, now we got some interesting options. So we actually have access to a full damage sting, and I think we should take it. I think the healers are going to be under control, and this is an amount of damage that I think is unwise to pass up. This is a little awkward. Our positioning is not totally ideal. Actually having a really hard time accessing the healers. We are, however, creating a little moat. We're just not going to be able to reach that one, I think. I can get over here and I can give him a salvo. I would love to not pick up that XP. Yeah, I think salvo's the best we're going to get. And I mean, you know, it's a little bit of burning and it's 1 point of unnerve. Getting a little concerned, though. Let's move to... I guess right here is the right spot. Just dig the hole a little bit deeper. That unnerve's not hugely meaningful. Obviously the damage is bad, but... what are you gonna do? Not hit your own teammates with a grenade? Ridiculous. What an absurd assertion. Alright, so... I'm pretty sure that we just move to here and retch, and then we have the healer dead on Willow's turn, or Nettle's turn rather. Sorry, Nettle has to move out of the water first. Does that cause a problem? Not if we do it this way. The relatively short range on Frost is a little tricky sometimes. Well, the moat strategy is 100% working. These guys have lined themselves up in a way that I don't really care for, which is going to lead to me having to poison one of my allies if I want to poison the two that are still at high health. I think I'm just going to take this. Just make sure that guy goes down real soon. And you know what? Just chill. Just hang out. Okay, you can separate yourself now, and I will grab XP on you. You're gonna get a whole bunch of shaman points here. Alright, unfortunately we can't get the double combust without blowing up Spot, but I think at this point... sorry, buddy. The double combust is too good to pass up. And now for the most frog-like move he has ever executed. Ooh, a stone statuette. Carving of an elf made by goblin hand, of course. She looks wise, motherly. Such carvings are not uncommon, though few would use them for anything but decoration. Why? Equipping them gives you so much health. The air around your bodies feels charged, alert, hot. This place is familiar. It's calming. You feel safe here, though you know you are not. Yet the feeling is strong. Maybe it's some sort of glamour. Gazing out at the ruins of the old city, a white heat radiates from the jagged towers that encircle you. If only you could extinguish those threats, maybe you could be at peace. It makes me really nervous that we're getting this idea of what we need to do that is not based on us knowing that we need to do it. I am concerned we are being manipulated. Tangerine! At last, I have found the source of the fog. The elves made 5 objects imbued with fey magic and placed them in the great towers of industry and capital, in the thick outer meat of the city. Boy, that's a way to describe that. Those artifacts sat in those towers for centuries, with the sweltering heat of the fey radiating off them. And finally, that heat burned through the skin of our world. It's because of artifacts' perfect stillness for centuries that the portals to the Fae opened, and it is through them that the fog makes its advance. Now, this doesn't mean anything to you? I thought it was pretty significant, actually. Look, all we need to do is claim these artifacts as our own, remove them from their resting places, and let the portals heal themselves in their absence. Here, so close to the end, I can only think about all that is lost, and that we will lose. Maybe it's a blessing not to remember. Yeah, I don't feel all that blessed. I guess we may as well camp. It sounds like we're going to want to be up here for a while, so let's make this home. And then... okay. New story, new deal. So, we gained several points on Willow. What thing do we want to max out? Plow seems fine. Man, Thrive is a huge heal in addition to this other thing. We're going to take that. I'm just going to spend 3 points maxing out Thrive real fast. And then Quinn can start... some of this stuff is really exciting. I think we're going to take Nightmare. It's chaotic. It's unpredictable, but it also seems like a lot of fun to use, potentially. I'm pretty excited about that. And then you, I don't honestly know that we want to pick anything else up on you. I might just leave you, oh, or we could go Affinity. What else does Nyx know? So Nyx was an archer for a while, but I don't... Affinity might not actually give us anything. Oh, you know what? We probably have the archer passive, don't we? No, we totally don't. Huh. Maybe I should switch back to archer to pick up, for a level, to pick up the passive? I'm gonna do that, actually. Yeah. Jump me back to archer. Oops, that's not the button. Yeah, we'll gain a level and grab Lofty, and then go back. And for right now, just get me Combust. Definitely want to have Combust available. Hold on, is this... It looks like it didn't put it in the slot. Grab Mountain, which is a thing you know for some reason? Yeah, huh. I don't know. Okay, whatever. We'll figure it out later. We only need to be this for one level. So... do we want to go learn some more classes? I mean, I guess let's do this. This is going to keep us up on the plateau for the moment. Let's do this for right now. We'll worry about more classes later, in the near future. There's also, like, other cities that we still need to visit and stuff, and... we actually managed to have pushed back the fog off the plateau pretty solidly here, it looks like. Which is definitely nice. And it's going to be a hell of a lot easier to get down there than it was to get up here. Although... try to be careful. Is there a way that we're going to get down without, like... here, this looks like the fog is far enough from the base of the thing that we're not going to fall directly into combat. I'm headed basically the right direction. This is an interesting way of dealing with the scaling problems that tactical RPGs, and frankly, any game with, like, level-based scaling has. This game just sort of doesn't have a leveling progression. It's like a thing that is green forever, a thing that is red forever, and you're not really getting that much more powerful as you level up, but rather your abilities are changing and broadening as you level up, which I think is a cool way to handle it. Alright, we are probably, yeah, I was going to say, probably going to end up having a fight here. We're so close. I'm just going to try to... nope, never mind. We're not shooting the gap. Alright, I choose... Witch versus Troll. I choose the Witch combat. This doesn't look that bad. Maybe I've got the difficulty on the colors inverted or something. This looks like it shouldn't be too bad at all. Alright, so we're going to get to go fairly early in the order here. Okay, Nyx does have Combust up. Weird. Okay, so then we probably want Nyx to go first, right? Nyx just drop a Combust over here, although I guess this guy's going to move. So it's hard to know what the right positioning will be. I think I still want Nyx to go first. And then it's going to be one of the trolls, that one way over there, and then probably Quinn. Probably Quinn. Then Willow should be like early-ish. Yeah, okay. So, spot up front, Pascal. Okay, let's swap these two. This should be fine. I guess maybe I should try not to stand in the trees so much, because we know that they're going to fire arrow us early on. Have Pascal stand forward. Quinn can be real far away, it's fine. And then you may as well be forward as well? Okay. No sense overthinking it. I do think this is going to be a pretty straightforward fight. That's a really annoying place for you to have moved to. It's like just far enough away from everybody else that I can't multi-hit very well. And this tree is a real problem too, because it means I can't cast here. I can, however, just throw a mountain. Make traversal really difficult for those trolls. And I don't know that I want you to move at all, frankly. Yeah, I probably should prioritize... we're not going to be able to get him at all. Never mind. I'll prioritize this, because it's a thing that I can do, as opposed to everything else. Just things that I can't do. Well, sadly, you don't really have a lot of interesting options. We can at least prevent this archer from getting another turn. Yeah, Mountain is actually going to have been very powerful here. So you can't reach... Oops, not Flourish. Yeah, you can't reach this guy with anything. I guess just kill the other archer. We've done some okay work here. Even if I am letting them resolve a second fire arrow, which feels like a bit of a failure on my part. Sorry, was my terrain different strategy not clear enough to you? Here, get in the hole. Let me just erect another mountain right there and lock them out of the battle entirely. I think we're probably just jumping here. So we can kill the archer while inserting our salamander into the backline. Maybe I should be playing the salamander earlier, in hopes of actually landing that sting. I mean, obviously it'll be more meaningful once we've got some more levels on sting. So we're not getting any combust. Is it just like salvo? It's probably just salvo. It's not very exciting, but it's all we have available to us until we can move closer. Alright, unfortunately, they are in fact all going to get their turns. But they'll die shortly after. Or potentially during, on account of all these grenades. No, actually, it's not even going to be enough damage. Well, still. It's the move. Alright, I definitely... Oof. I guess this is the right throw, but it doesn't feel great. God, that just... It didn't look like it did any damage at all. It's kind of wild how bad we are at killing bog trolls. Yeah. Didn't really leave myself a good option here. You know, it's fine. Just stay put and gloat. I don't want to move forward and make it even harder for everybody else to attack. And may as well. Oh, right. I was like, wait a minute. Am I not allowed to aim at spaces with obstructions? But right, the problem is that I'm too close. Okay, that'll get the job done, probably, right? Probably. So let's move you. I want to cast in this space, so I actually can't do that from here. There we go. The poison will eventually get the job done. These things are just great big sacks of HP. Alright, Spell Sword, definitely maxed out Nightmare. Gonna put some work into that one. And we need... how much? Okay, we need, like, actually a lot. Like 1,000 XP on Nyx, before Nyx is ready. Alright, let's go seal some portals. Should we? Shall we? May we? Might we? So do we have a map? Whoa. Whoa! That was a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Do we have a map that shows us the location of... These aren't the artifacts. There's too many of them. I don't know what these X's are. They could be the towns, I suppose. I don't think there's one that close to the base of the mountain, though. I was just thinking, like, I wonder if it'll be convenient to pick up any classes while we're doing this, and it looks like it might be. There's a couple that are on the main landmass. I mean, this close to the center, I can't tell where anything is. I don't have any landmarks. We'll figure that out in a minute. Let's get this done first. Boy, we really know how to ski, huh? Alright, it looks to me like we're probably just going to have to do a fight to get through. Let's just pull somebody. Alright, I don't love this one. This is definitely one of the less annoying types of star enemy, though. So, I think we do open with Nyx. I think I'm actually, like, yeah, right here. We will definitely be able to get off the combust that we want. And then Spot goes there, and we put somebody next to him just to make him more of an attractive target. You play forward, you play back. And we're going to make Pascal nice and early, like very early. Yeah, we'll see what happens from here. So, for sure, run to... all the way up to here, I think. Alright, let's start with some big fires and stuff. We are forcing their hand a little bit as far as action goes. Alright, so we jump in behind this guy. Actually pushes him down the turn order meaningfully. That's a shame. That point of unnerve is actually hugely relevant. Okay, this is pretty good though. And then we gotta... boy, we gotta figure something out. I mean, we could just keep doing AoE damage and hope that we can outpace their healing that way. And it totally might work. I screwed up my positioning here, though. This is absolutely, without question, the right move, but it does mean I'm hitting two of my people with grenades. So the damage of Nightmare is... okay. Everything around the target tile except the space I'm standing in. And then also... boy. And it's a lot of damage. But if I were to move up to, like, here and do it there, it would kill all three of them. It would also... it would wreak some havoc. It would kill Nyx. Like, obviously we're not going to do it. But it's kind of interesting. Can I get around... does this put me enough to the side to not promote number 2? Nope. Well, it definitely shouldn't promote the guy who was going 7th. I'm way more to his side than I am to his front. Alright, you just combust... yeah... we gotta immediately run, though. Nope, never mind. Don't even have time. Get water. Nope, okay, I can't make it to the water, either. Well, shoot. Then no, I can't run to the HP. I'm just dead. Nyx is just dead. My plan there was to cast the combust and then jump in the water. But I didn't realize how impossible that was going to be. Well, I mean, obviously I don't want to poison my friends. Here, let's just do this. Just get started on this guy. Ah, joke's on you. I like being down here. Okay. Well, we got through it despite some, what I might term, slight mismanagement on my part. Just tiny, tiny little errors. Alright, yeah, this guy's never gonna get a turn. There's no universe where this guy gets to do anything ever again. Do I want you to soak up a bunch of XP? Probably not. We want the spell sword to continue advancing, but now that we've leveled up our first spell sword ability, I don't think it's, like, urgent, and we do have other people on whom the XP is more urgent. Alright, so we're, like, right at it, right? Yeah. Boy, this thing is weirder looking from up close. Alright, Spot, you should probably finish off Slam, I guess. And then, I think this is probably a pretty good place to call it. We are definitely going to be able to make some progress right at the beginning of next episode, but sadly, we are out of time for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, we're going to finally start fighting back against the fog, now that we have some idea what to do. And we'll see you then.